stone. Wind howls through the hills alone. Steel beach growls, it's got no home. Dust on my face, no road ahead. Sky bleeds fire with...
Well, hello there in YouTube land, and welcome back to the channel. And today we are at the Woodlands Premium Motorcycles, and we are about to hop on a Scrambler 400X from Triumph. So the Scrambler 400X from Triumph, it's a little mini Bonneville basically with some Scrambler characteristics. What does that mean? Well, it means that you can take it off-road supposedly, right? It's going to have some knobby tires, and it's going to have up-spec suspension. And I love the way this thing looks. It's a mini Scrambler, right? You know, the 1200 Scrambler. They also came up with a 900, which I would love to test ride. I already test rode the 1200, and I already test rode this one. Unfortunately, guys, I lost a whole bunch of footage when my computer fried. So fried, and it removed, or it deleted, or I lost around 3 months of footage. But anyway, we're gonna get it back. So not to worry, guys. Just another excuse to test ride these bikes. So look at this beautiful thing. So it is a single, as we discussed. Let's hop on it. As you can see, it is tall for a beginner bike, but not that terrible. So the first thing you notice is when you hop on it, it is a little bit taller, especially if you're comparing it to the Speed 400. Oh, it has a nice little sound, that little thumper engine. Let's make sure our mirrors are correct. Alright, so let's take this thing for a spin. Has a very nice ergonomic position. A little bit nerdy because you are very up top on the bike. Now, first, same thing I noticed last time I rode it is that first gear is very short. It's like a Volkswagen Bug. It's just to break inertia. I love the suspension on this thing. It feels very smooth. The brakes are not that great. It doesn't have a lot of bite. Let's check out. Yeah, the back is not that terrible, but the front brake is not really good. But yeah, I'm hitting it in first, and it's very short geared, man. Not only in first, all the gears. I mean, I'm already in third, and I'm doing slow maneuvers here. You know what? Let me keep it in second. It's gonna be easier. Now these knobby tires don't fill you with confidence, but the bike drops no problem, very nicely. Now for a beginner bike, it's very good because it's very smooth. Let's see if it has any rider modes. Icon off-road. Ooh, set 47 miles of range. I guess that's it. I don't think it has anything, or at least I can't find it. Trip miles per gallon. It doesn't have any other buttons than this one, so no rider modes, and it's very smooth. I mean, it's kind of a turtle, but it is for beginners, right? It's not gonna compete and win any races. Now this road is bumpy, so it's a good thing to test ride a bike like this in a bumpy road that has a little bit of turns, because, well, you get to experience what it's like in real day, right? And it's a little bouncy, the suspension, but maybe you can set it up for your weight and it's going to be a little bit better. I am 5'9" and I don't know, 90 kilos. How many is that? How much? Like 200 pounds maybe? 190? I don't know. Yeah, the front brake is very squishy, and it takes a while to engage, so that's not good. It does have that, no, I think you can adjust it. So I love the way the Triumph does the fit and finish, even on this little detail right here. It's very nice. So would I buy this bike? Well, I don't think so. It's just like, I mean, if you're a beginner, then yeah, you would definitely, but I am not. I am a forever newbie, but not an actual beginner, so it's a little bit slow for me. And then on my commute, it's too long. I have to hop on 99. This thing does 90 as the top speed, so it would be very slow, very dangerous to get on the freeways here in Houston. So I wouldn't recommend it as a commuter if you're gonna hop on the freeway. But if you have a short commute, it'll be great. Instead of getting a scooter, right? Oh, talking and I didn't realize that was my green. All right, I apologize. It has a nice sound, but it doesn't really move that much. Now, if you want to be a beginner and hop on a bike like this so that it's your first time going off-road, well, maybe, right? Because it's not that expensive, and if you're gonna drop it, because that's what happens when you go off-road, it's not gonna be that terrible. I mean, but the look of it, yeah, it's a little bit too nice. It's like, oh man, I don't want to mess it up. Okay, we need to get out of this traffic. But yeah, I mean, the first gear, I don't want to rev it too much because it's a brand new bike. But it is very short geared, so you have to just remember that. Yeah, I wouldn't recommend taking this bike on the twisties. I mean, it's not gonna outperform anything. Let's see what's here. Check it out. I hope you guys are getting a good exhaust note, but it is, oh man, the freaking, the brakes are terrible, just terrible. Okay, if we drop it like this, it's not that bad. I like the suspension. I mean, it's not very premium, right? But for a beginner bike, it's not that bad. Let's see how it handles going on the grass. This is nice, not that bad. You want to go off-road on a little trail, this thing can handle it, no problem whatsoever. Should not be doing that hooligan shit, but sometimes you have to, because you're test riding and you're testing the capabilities of the suspension, right? You want to make sure that this bike can handle all of these things. So the suspension and the chassis can handle a little bit more sportiness. That's why the Speed 400 is the same platform. I don't know. Maybe I would enjoy it if it was a little bit faster than this. But for me, no, it's not going on the list. Even though I like the way it looks, I would rather have the Speed 400, even though they're just as slow. But let's think about it. If you're going to buy something like this, it would be good to do a little bit of trails on the bike, right? Why not? I don't know. It would just be the type of ride that you would want to do. If it's a scrambler, right? You want to get it a little bit off-road. It moves from side to side, obviously very easy because it's very nimble. It's almost like a bicycle. But let's take it back now. But those knobby tires really don't help it at all. So that's the problem. is like either it's enough roadish or not, and it doesn't really perform. No, on second thought, if you're gonna have the Speed 400, maybe you get a CF Moto or something, or even an Aprilia 457, because it's gonna have a little bit of performance. This is more of an exercise in aesthetics, but for a beginner bike, yeah, it's a good one because it's very smooth and it's not gonna scare you. It's not gonna pop any wheelies accidentally, and it's not gonna, I don't know.
Do you know anything?
It's not gonna scare you, right? Get you into trouble. And if you're riding, commuting on this thing, the suspension is so good that yeah, you can enjoy that. Maybe just put some bags on it. Triumph does make nice little bags for these things, so I think it's just one. Yeah, but the brakes again, the front brake is not really good. It just has this single piston, single disc, and from Bribri, which is, I believe, a Brembo brand. And yeah, that's why they're not putting Brembo on these brakes. They're not putting that name brand because it's very, very terrible brake, front brake especially. So what do you guys think? You like the aesthetics of this thing? Because that's basically why would you buy something like this, right? It's because you like the way it looks. It is very comfortable. The seat is long and it's so you can move around. It gives you some relief on long rides. I wouldn't ride this bike like for touring, but you can tour on any bike. The only thing as a beginner that I would consider is like it's a little bit tall, so you should check if you're not comfortable with a bike that you cannot flat foot. So I'm almost flat footing it, but not quite. And as I said, I'm 5'9", so just one thing to consider. I love the paint on these things, man. The paint scheme and the way it is actually, well, finished. Pretty nice. Everything else is like all these components, they do look budget, but not cheap. I like these handguards, especially for the winter, because I was considering maybe getting something, because I only have the Bernega bikes right now, and I would definitely need some protection for winter. Now, if you're looking at my gloves and thinking, well, it's a little bit over the top for the type of demo this is, well, it's because I came from riding my little street triple on the twisty, so that is why. So after this one, we're gonna hop on the Gorilla 450 from Royal Enfield, and we're gonna compare them, and then we'll see which is better. So we're gonna do a couple of videos on these bikes. So for speed and performance, this bike won't win any awards. For comfort, for looks, comfort maybe. It's not the most comfortable in the world, but it is pretty comfortable. But for looks, yeah, it wins something, man. It's a very good looking bike. And the suspension is very good. It's like, especially the back one, even though it's a little bit bouncy, as I said, it's so comfortable. It's because that's the type of bike you want. That's why you buy a Scrambler. It's if you live in a place where you can actually go and get on a little trail maybe, or your commute is full of roads like this one that is bouncy and bumpy. You want something that is going to handle those bumps no problem. So yeah, this bike does that. I don't love the dash. It's one of those things that, I mean, I understand that you're doing it on a budget, but why not get some Chinese company to build it like the ones on the CF Motos? Because I mean, this analog is not bad, but this thing is like this Casio 85 from the 80s is terrible. Well, that is it for today's video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Remember, if you like the videos, to give it a thumbs up, subscribe, hit the bell button, and share it with all your friends. You don't like the videos? Well, share them with all your enemies. And I'll see you guys on the next one.